for me mo bibia kwaba eba platform we so unim say Ghana this week and nkrofo bebre na ehwe the update from the presidency on Chief Justice in Sensem no eso. Na we've been talking about it. Unze Ghana Saturday bia na yana political talk shows ekoso. Na one of the big ones news file. Enra MPP law lecturer bi. There's a law lecturer bi a wo MPP ni ebetena ho a no kware ni maame ni ogune onu angasa ne hu ni mu ase. Ne tentini ni tietie mu ne se emra na ye yusu e wo Chief Justice ne so no. Emra de ya tro e wo Ghana mbre mu de na nso e ko no nko a na kani kwan se ye pene ema emra na ye yusu etia Chief Justice no. Emra me ye video also all over TikTok and all over YouTube. A lot of people are commenting on it. Na se won share ya link no e wo comment box ni mu. A second channel a masha say me show me face. Channel na me show me name no STP. Channel ni din no STP. Inti no say won subscribe to that channel na send ya make no sa video no link no comment box ni mu. We are now clicking na wa kwa share. Na this week we are expecting to see some action from Chief Justice Ninsensem no what you say. And mind you, the MPP through Vincent Asifwa and a lawyer Godfrey Dame, they are in court to stop the whole process. Okay, and I mean, if you go into the history of Article 146, no, send your yin crofo and all that, no, then the MPP for Ako Supreme Court, no, we are waiting to hear what the judges will rule. The ruler Omodebeba. Mind you, Afenumakin held a press conference and then told the judges and then all those people to stand for the Chief Justice. I don't know what it means by that. But let's see how this case goes. The judges are Wamotina Assembly. Can they declare, say, President, Senior, Constitutional Amani to me, say the petition Brenner, obe to me asha say wo Chief Justice no. And they better say Supreme Court obe to me ama ruling say omon pene ma president o nye ni juma na. Now say Supreme Court ekasa what is going to happen in this country. Ni na ye but these are the judges are ebetena asem so edi asem no. What you are saying to no say meet the Supreme Court judges who will determine the fate of Chief Justice Tokonu. What you are saying. And the irony of the whole thing is a Chief Justice Tokonu nanga sanso and our appoint is and our one panel Supreme Court judges see. But we are going to wait to see the ruling they will come up with. What you are saying. But let's read the article. I say the only obstacle to the processes for the removal of Chief Justice Tokonu appears to be an injunction filed by the Member of Parliament for Ota for Vincent Eko Asifwa. In his suit, the MP accused President John Dramani Mahama of failing to follow constitutional procedures for the removal of a Chief Justice upon receiving a petition. Eko Asifwa is seeking a court declaration that President Mahama's failure to adhere to his constitutional requirements and his decision to forward the petitions to the Council of State for further action is now void and of no effect. As the case progresses, 5 justices of the Supreme Court have been empaneled to hear it. Into tie MPP4 case now. Almost say, Senior His Excellency John Dramani Mahama or set up processes no air kono. A process be a was say ye bogu because Mahama and Shas ye. He didn't align with the rules of the processes at say or the rules of the process. Now, this is what I am going to say. To the MPP. Okay, granted. Mwako court. Mwako. Right now, it looks like what the Supreme Court can do, okay, is that they will say, okay, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama process now washa asiye no. Ye buegu. Na the entire ye buegu ne say process no ebia nanke uso disu say when disu nanke uso disu say when disu into ye buegu no problem. Omubogu we are what will happen? What do you think is going to happen? Now process na moka say when disu ye nanke uso disu say no. What is preventing the president from now starting the whole process again and then doing it according to senior na momo peno and no mo be anything. Into for me I think say Santokwa we are MPP for asha say wo mo ko na gidigidi omo dey Supreme Court na Supreme Court embo Mahama the process is ningo because they know said the Supreme Court cannot stop his Excellency from any duty, and the duty is that he will continue with the process They know na Supreme Court they want to mean stop it. But if there are technicalities, on bet to me aka say process no e bia wo sha ase na nka wo say ye ni sei e na okoko ye ni sei nti ye ebo egu. Na afi wo ka tell so ye ni sei na okoko ye ni sei nti wa bo egu. You are not stopping him from doing it again. You can't. It will go na the next day worship process na se na afi say na mo ka say one year process no ye ni saa. At the end of the day ntokwa na mo de ba no. Hwan e na ebe ende apa. Ye be ka so no na ntokwa no we di nkunim. For me, I think that this is just a fight. I say, MPP are just trying to put a stick in the wheel of the process so that they delay it. What I said, this is just a at the end of the day, me say, last time I was saying it, me say, you cannot catch a falling knife. The second, tough for more. Yen chino, yen fa yen san kosi ye ko chino. You can't catch a falling knife. My second in tough for me. All these protests MPP for person they just want to catch a falling knife, but they know deep down in their hearts so there is nothing they can't stop His Excellency John Dramani Mahama from exercising his duty. Also, as the case progresses, 5 justices of the Supreme Court have been empaneled to hear it. These justices will determine whether the ongoing processes for the removal of their boss, Chief Justice Tokonu, who may have appointed them to the panel, provided she did not recuse herself due to her involvement in the suit, are legal. As below are brief profiles of the justices. Her Ladyship Justice Professor Henrietta Mensah Bonsu, into one of the judges, Professor Henrietta Mensah Bonsu. As a Justice Professor Henrietta Mensah Bonsu is the chairperson of the 5-member panel overseeing the case to halt the ongoing processes for the removal of the Chief Justice Tokonu. Prior to her appointment to the Supreme Court, she was a law professor and served as a member of the United Nations Independent Panel on Peace Operations. Professor Mensah Bonsu was a senior law lecturer at the University of Ghana School of Law. She became a full lecturer at the university in 2002, and in 2003, she was elected as a fellow of the Ghana Academy of Arts and Sciences. She later became the Academy's president in 2019. As a Justice, Mensah Bonsu was nominated by former President AkufoAddo in May 2020 and was subsequently approved by Parliament after receiving recommendations from the Appointment Committee. The first judge President AkufoAddo or appointed what you say the second judge our very own His Lordship Justice Ns Yao Gayewu first edino na me bono event Ns Jawu said yen sana na me bono bobi be katem said that the pronunciation is Gayewu Ns Yao Gayewu intino I mean Senior Yeka no they are very very controversial figure in the sense that ono na 2016 or standing on the ticket of MPP ewo voter regional person than MP a wenya ono hunti according to Manasseh Azori Justice Doche wenya appointment in President AkufoAddo befan because apparently the prodigy of Justice Doche and President AkufoAddo befan then call Supreme Court because one man Justice Doche appointment as Speaker of Parliament into also appointed obviously by President AkufoAddo. To see Yao Gayewu, nominated by AkufoAddo, served as a constituency chairman and parliamentary candidate for the new Petroleum. International say na onye aspirant pe MP like member of parliament aspirant but no sanso ye MPP for constituency chairman for whole central whole west and whole central constituencies. It's not sanso ye MPP constituency chairman. Hey, wow. He resigned from politics after being appointed as a High Court judge in September 2020. He was sworn into office as a Supreme Court justice in April 2023, becoming the first judge to be appointed to the Supreme Court directly from High Court since 1980. So here, on the links, utumi hu say favor edade so esompa here straight. You the call High Court 2020. Now, I am yet to see. Jaja, you didn't call High Court to 2020. Now within 3 years, you didn't free High Court to Supreme Court. I'm saying who be that, Menti being so that. Into no to me who is any favor than a son. And yes, answer can say, so far Ghana has said in 1980, Judge be anywhere, you didn't free High Court straight, Edinako Supreme Court. from 1980 Ghana Krum mostly no from the high courts they go and they climb up and then appeals court into from appeals court no yako Supreme Court but when they're from high court appeals court rawankobi straight to Supreme Court ti say over class 4 or na you see that be we there instead of so be call class 5 no call class 6 no call GSS 1 no you see straight here they na call GSS 1 ati say into no no NS Yao Gayewu, yes, into he's also part of the panel, also appointed by President AkufoAddo, and then His Lordship Justice Richard Ajay Frimpong. And so here, Justice Ajay Frimpong was nominated by President AkufoAddo together with 2 other judges, Henry Anthony Kofi and Yao Dako Asare, who were then Court of Appeal judges. And you also President AkufoAddo and Trese. Or appointing. He was sworn into office on January 3rd, 2024. In 2024, and also your man appointment. And also into three judges so far, all appointed by President AkufoAddo. Quite interesting. His Lordship Justice Yao Dako Asare. I say Justice Dako Asare was sworn into office by President AkufoAddo on January 3rd, 2024. And also President AkufoAddo. Into 4 out of 4 Omunina appointed by President AkufoAddo. His Lordship Justice Samuel Kwame Adibu Asiedu inti also Justice Samuel Kwame Adibu Asiedu was sworn into office by President case I'm going to talk about this case so you understand. Into also sworn into office by President AkufoAddo in 2022. Into 5 judges nini they were all sworn into office by President AkufoAddo. Now, this is what I'm going to say. You see, the truth of the matter is say, judges we almost no I will not want to be in their shoes. I seriously will not want to be in their shoes. Now, the reason why I will not want to be in their shoes, the NDC, in fact, up till now, you have presidential staff, and I'll bring you that story later. You have presidential staffers, okay? A presidential staffer coming out to say the judiciary has been infested by the MPP and the NDC will make sure to clean it out. Up till now, a presidential staffer is saying that. And so the judiciary knows, so people in the judiciary, they know that the NDC want to clean them out. And then you have people who, in quotes, Omunina President AkufoAddo ne appointee omo. Professionality aside, omo maame nso ne the Chief Justice. Ono nso na o empa ne omo awode omo to case we so. And so now asem no unhu se ne yebekọ. Omo udi ama omo maame. Ana se omo edi ama obi a o threat omo se obeyi omo boa na say nipa omo kodima say nipa ko no na nipa ko no eyi omo maame a they would see say at the end of the day maybe they will be next. Omo eni ama say nipa ko no nso a say nipa ko no so betumi ama eni aba omo ho a afei obe target omo because say nipa ko no nende wo to me or power. Into wo here in as much as people might seem say this will be an easy work or a work in a park for these judges no, justices no. The truth of the matter is say no one will wish to be in their shoes. Okay? No one will wish to be in their shoes. But let's wait. Let's see. Maybe me say, sir MPP for adia wamudi be. So at the end of the day, it is cost 90. Because you are going to the court and you are saying, say, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama process now what the year, you know, and ye into yembongu. You bet to me, I say, okay, indeed, yebo process nego. See, yebo process nego. Nothing is stopping him from starting the whole process again. And this time around, starting it right. Nothing is stopping him from doing that. You know, at the end of the day, you can't catch a falling knife. It is just delay and being a person would delay, but it will go on. The woman will go. Anyway, want to share your comment box. That's it.